If you want to know what an unfolding genocide looks like, open your eyes. It looks like good and decent people who do nothing. There is hardly a single hospital left. Honoring our alliances does not mean facilitating mass killing.
Longtime viewers know how much we love AOC on this channel. She has the innate ability to pull all the emotions one may feel about a given issue into an intricately woven string of words that also efficiently summarizes the topic at hand, and she's also been one of the most consistent and passionate, powerful voices speaking out against the genocide in Gaza and the overall control and influence that Israel and Zionism has on American politics. So I thought that we could take a look at what she had to say on the House floor recently, and then give a further breakdown as to the monstrosities that are currently still occurring.
I know a man, a decent man, who said that preventing genocide is an achievable goal. A goal that requires a level of government organization and engagement that matches in its intensity the brutality and efficiency required to carry out mass killing. Too often, these efforts have come too late, after the best and least costly opportunities to prevent them have been missed. The man that said that was then Vice President and now President Joseph Biden. And he was right. Mr. Speaker, I rise to say that such a time is now.
When I watched this the first time and she revealed that this quote was from Joe Biden, I got literal chills. And he did in fact make these statements in 2011 in regards to the war crimes committed during the Libyan civil war, where he also went on to say, I got in trouble when I said during the Bosnia crisis, coming back from meeting with Milosevic, that when a state engages in atrocity, it forfeits its sovereignty. And I just wish that he could remember these words now and allow them to hold the same truth, because nothing has changed. And he was right then and can be right now. Israel has a right to exist insofar that it's not committing war crimes and doing genocide. We should not be protecting a nation's sovereignty that is actively trying to wipe another one's from existence.
As we speak, in this moment, 1.1 million innocents in Gaza are at famine's door. A famine that is being intentionally precipitated through the blocking of food and global humanitarian assistance by leaders in the Israeli government. This is a mass starvation of people, engineered and orchestrated, following the killing of another 30,000, 70% of whom were women and children killed. There is hardly a single hospital left. And this was all accomplished, much of this accomplished with U.S. resources and weapons.
At the end of January, almost 200,000 buildings amounting to over 60% of Gaza had been destroyed. 164 individual attacks on Palestinian healthcare had occurred in just over 5 months since October 7th, over 32 a month. And as she mentioned, 1.1 million are food insecure with over 13,000 dead children. If you're pretending that atrocities still aren't being committed, if you're pretending that Israel can still be any bit of defended or defensible in their positions now, just open your eyes.
If you want to know what an unfolding genocide looks like, open your eyes. It looks like the forced famine of 1.1 million innocents. It looks like thousands of children eating grass as their bodies consume themselves while trucks of food are slowed and halted just miles away. It looks like good and decent people who do nothing, or too little, too late. It is against United States law to provide weapons to forces who block United States humanitarian assistance. And that is exactly what is happening right now. So much so that the president himself stated during the State of the Union that the United States must and will be building its own port to let aid through. it will be too late.
The cogs that enable fascism will always be in place, and how quickly Israel was able to escalate and elicit mass systemic violence and displacement on the Palestinians and have been able to throughout different cycles of history, all they waited on this time was something that they could then point to and say, this is why we're doing it. So they have justification, and it could go on longer than maybe past attempts have, and half of the world is ready to just let them do that until the wheels fall off. When is enough going to be enough? 150,000 dead Palestinians, 200,000 dead Palestinians when they're gone? If somebody breaks in your house and you shoot them, fair enough. I have my disagreements with that, but that's one thing. If somebody breaks in your house and you shoot their entire family, you're not justified in doing that because of what that person did.
The time is now to force compliance with U.S. law and the standards of humanity, and fulfill our obligations to the American people to suspend the transfer of U.S. weapons to the Israeli government in order to stop and prevent further atrocity. Honoring our alliances does not mean facilitating mass killing. We cannot hide from our responsibility any longer. Blocking assistance from one's closest allies to starve 1 million people is not unintentional. We have a responsibility to prove the value of global democracy, enshrined in the upholding of civil society, rule of law, and commitment to human and civil rights.
She's absolutely right. And it's not even about Israel and Gaza. It's much larger than that. It's about global democracy. It's about upholding what is civil and what is right on the grandest stage where we are the country that is looked to. It's about being that nation, the nation that everyone looks to when something like this happens and saying, not on my watch. But instead we're saying, on our tax dollar. We absolutely should stop sending weapons to Israel while this is ongoing. I understand the necessity of the Iron Dome, but defending our allies is not the same as supporting their wrongdoings. And if they won't heed to our cautions, we need to show them that it's not going to be warranted. This is not to be negotiated. Our red lines are the red lines. This is democracy versus Zionism. And for the good of everyone in the world, Zionism cannot win. It is not an ideology. It is an ideology. It is not inherent to Israel, is what I should say. It is not inherent to Jewish progression. It's not even for Jewish people. It is about literally the state of Israel and oppression, displacement, violence, and destruction. That is what Zionism is founded on and what it will always bring. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.